Hello, people of the internet. This is part 19. Yeah, this is part 19 of 999. Kind of got confused a little bit because there was another 9. Anyway, so let's continue from where we left off. See that hallway. Even after they separated at the staircase, Lotus was still muttering angrily to herself. I can no longer skip things because this is new territory. Circumstances dictated that Junpei and Jun would have to part ways again, but this time it didn't sting quite so much. After all, he knew he would see her again.
Till we find that 9 door, Zero ain't gonna split us up. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we can't open door 9. That's how the nonary game works.
Junpei, Ace, and Clover headed towards A deck. They took out the earth key and opened the door to the left. It opened and they walked through. It was just as Santa and Lotus had said. At the end of the hallway sat a door with a large red 1 upon it. A numbered door. To the left of it, bolted to the wall, was the red. Ace went first and waved his wrist over the scanner panel. Junpei was next. Finally, listlessly, Clover lifted her arm. She leaned towards the scanner panel. The third asterisk clicked to life, shining brightly. Ace took hold of the lever. He took a deep breath and turned to Junpei and Clover.
Are you ready?
That's not his voice.
Are you ready? Shall I pull it?
Yeah, any time. Clover said nothing. She nodded, a little more than a lethargic twitch of the head.
Very well then. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
The door opened. They stumbled into the room. Frantically, Junpei scanned the room. His eyes stopped on the device that would determine whether they lived or died.
There it is! Over there!
Next to the door they had come through was the dead. I don't know why I'm reading so horribly today. As one, they ran to it. They put their hands over it as if they were fighting for it. It stopped. Yes, it did. Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. Ace and Clover were breathing hard and fast. It was the third time they'd been through the process, but they had yet to grow accustomed to it. Not that Junpei wanted to. He planned to finish the game before he got a chance to let imminent death become commonplace. Junpei looked around again, this time more slowly. There was another door, different from the one they'd entered through. He took hold of the knob and gently pulled it open. So, this is the wheelhouse? He closed the door again and turned to Ace and Clover. He fixed each in turn with a meaningful stare and then spoke. Ace, you investigate the wheelhouse next door. Very well. Clover, you're in charge of this room. Say something.
Oh, okay. I will.
Alright then, let's get started. Sick way out. Chart room. Alrighty then, let's check these drawers. Stack of nautical charts. I think this is a nautical chart? There's this line on it here. I think the line is the route the ship is supposed to take. There are these dots all over the map. Oh, those are probably ports, like for a boat to stop at. It looks like the lines connect the dots. It makes sense. A chair. A chair. Clover isn't talking much. Well, I guess that's understandable. I mean, she's been through a lot. Really, it's more surprising that she's still together enough to talk at all. A light. It looks kind of like a wilted flower. A world map with the Atlantic Ocean in the center. There are a number of red pins in the several locations. What do these red pins mean? Well, the nautical charts I picked up earlier have a map like this one. Maybe one of them matches to the pins or something. Let's see. Well, what do you know? Looks like one's matched the pins. Okay, so we got 7 locations connected by straight lines, and each one has a word next to it. That's probably the speed. New material has been added to the file screen. I haven't done this puzzle in forever. So, okay. See, full, half, slow, full, half, stop, or dead stop. Full, half, slow, full, half, dead stop. The shelves are lined with books. Let's see what's in the blue one. There's something written on it. Ship's log. Huh. Ship's log, huh? New material added to the file screen. Let's check what this is. A ship's log found in the chart room. The following is written on the last page. We leave soon for a new journey across the sea. After leaving port, we headed south and west. We turned southwest to steer around the continent, then proceeded northwest. We made port, then changed our heading to east for a time, and are now heading due north. Soon we will dock in the United Kingdom, the homeland of this vessel. Matches up with the map, so. Pocket watch. That's a pocket watch. She sure hasn't been saying much, and she just keeps looking at the floor. She seemed kind of sad. A voice he hadn't expected startled Junpei from his examination of the pocket watch. Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it? He spun around to find Ace standing in the doorway. Junpei shrugged and handed him the pocket watch. Hey man, what are you doing over in this room? Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem? Well, not a problem, but it was a lie. All Junpei wanted was to get rid of Ace. He'd sent Ace to the wheelhouse at the beginning for a reason. There was something he meant to ask Clover, and he meant to ask her in private. There was something he wanted to ask Clover, and he didn't want anyone else to hear him ask it. He also knew that Clover would likely remain silent if there was anyone else around when he asked. That was why he was so desperate to send Ace back to the wheelhouse. Ace opened his mouth, then took another look at Junpei and shut it again. A small smirk appeared on his face. Oh, I see. Of course. He looked Junpei over, then glanced at Clover. I apologize for the intrusion. Well, best of luck. Ace gave Junpei a knowing pat on the shoulder and left. Whew. Junpei let out a sigh and brushed a few drops of sweat from his forehead. I never quite know how to do that without making it sound exasperated, like, phew! But, yeah, or, I don't know what word, like, overdramatic, melodramatic, whatever. He turned and found himself looking straight into Clover's eyes. She had heard what Ace had said. She regarded Junpei with caution. What was that about? She was clearly suspicious, and with good reason. Junpei's eyes widened, and he held up his hands in a gesture of innocence. Oh, no, it's not like that. What's it like, then? I just wanted to hear the rest of that story. I didn't get a chance to ask you about it until now. What story? About the experiment. Remember the one you started to tell me in the operating room? You said something about an experiment that happened here 9 years ago. Clover bit her lip. She stared down at the floor for several long moments, and when she spoke it was barely audible. I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm just not in the mood, okay? You understand, right? I keep thinking about my brother. I can't stop. I mean, who would do something like that to my brother? I can't forgive them. I'm not gonna let them get away with it. They're gonna pay for it, I promise. So... Her shoulders were shaking. Drops of blood had sprung up on her lips where she was biting them. She wiped it off and looked at Junpei, her eyes fierce and angry. Junpei, who do you think did it? Her voice was cold and scarcely above a whisper. Junpei gulped. Well, if what Seven said was right, then there would have to be at least 2 of them. You need at least 3 people to open the numbered doors, and if you subtract Snake, then that means there were at least 2 of other people. You're right. So what does that mean? Well, if we just look at the bracelet numbers, we should be able to figure it out. Who could have opened door 3 with Snake? Well, really, who and who, or who and who, or who and who. I mean, it could have been 4 people? Well, technically, it's possible. I don't know. That doesn't seem very likely. Why?
Um, I'll tell you later. Why don't we just assume it was only 2 other people for now?
Oh, okay. Got it. Let's do that then.
Then who do you think it could be?
Junpei crossed his arms in thought. Snake's bracelet number was 2. Which 2 bracelet numbers added to 2 would give a digital root of 3? There are a lot of choices. Jesus Christ. Would it be Ace and Santa? Would it be Ace and June? Would it be Ace and 7? Would it be Ace and Lotus? Would it be Santa and June? Would it be Santa and 7? Would it be Santa and Lotus? Would it be June and 7? Would it be June and Lotus? Would it be 7 and Lotus? I don't know. Okay, so let's add, let's work the numbers. X button. That is the map. Okay. 2 will be a constant. Plus 1 plus... Frankly, I've already got a feeling of what it is, and I kind of actually know what it is. But... I'll do this for you guys. Theoretically, going into the room where the 9th man died, they could have taken his bracelet off because it would have deactivated. So if you think about that, 2 and 9, digital root of 2, which means that it would only need 1 more to make 3, which was the room they went into. But not factoring that in, because there's always the chance that that didn't happen. Let's see, 2, this is easy enough to not have to do on the calculator. Okay, Ace and 7 makes 8 plus 9, 10, 1. Would it be Santa in June? 3 plus 6 is 9, plus another 9, or 2 is 10, 11, which makes 2. Santa and 7 makes 3, that's 10, plus 2 is 13. Santa and 7 could have been it. Or June and 7, 6, let's see, 6 plus 7 is 13, no, not them. 7 and Lotus, question mark, 7 plus 8, so 15, 16, 17, no, obviously not. I guess this is the only combination that could have done it on here. Would it be Santa and 7? 2 plus 3 plus 7 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. 3, could it be? Were Santa and 7 the killers?
What's wrong?
Clover looked at Junpei and he looked back at her. There was no point in hiding it. He told her his conclusions.
That's what I thought.
She looked less surprised than he'd expected.
Santa and 7. If it was 2 people, then that's the only combination that works.
Hey, wait a minute there. Don't you think it's a little too early to be jumping to conclusions? Well, all I said was that those 2 could have been able to open door 3 with your brother. There might be other possibilities.
Well, what other possibilities?
He didn't have an answer. He was ready to admit defeat when Clover spoke. Are you saying you think that it was 3 or 4 people?
I really don't think that's likely.
Why?
Can I, borrow your pen and paper?
Clover put her hand out expectantly. Junpei pulled out his pen and pad of paper and handed them to her. She opened the notebook and wrote down several simple addition problems. Eventually she had 8, which provided a digital root of 3. 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 6 is 12. 1 plus 4 plus 5. 4 plus 7 plus 8. 5 plus 6 plus 8. 1 plus 3 plus 7 plus 8. 1 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8. 1 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7. And 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7. What's this?
These are the combinations for 3 or 4 people. These 8 combinations are the only possible ones.
I see.
Junpei?
Yeah?
I can trust you, right?
Of course. Why would you need to ask that?
Really?
Yeah.
So then I should get rid of B, D, G, and H, right?
Of course. Just cross them out. And you should take off yours too, the ones with 4.
So what does that leave?
A and E. A, 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 6, and E, 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 7 plus 8. Wait, it can't be A.
Why not?
Because June's in that one. There's no way in hell she'd do something like that.
Are you sure?
I'd bet my life on it.
Okay then. Then I can cross off A too, right?
Yeah.
Well, what have we got left?
E. 1 plus 3 plus 7 plus 8 equals 21.
Do you know what this means?
Everyone besides me, you, and June would be working together.
Or do you think that's likely? If there were 4 people working together, they wouldn't be very cautious. I don't think they'd try that hard to hide what they were doing if they outnumbered us, right?
Well, you do have a point.
And besides, if Ace and Santa are working together, they could have easily gotten rid of me when I went to the shower room with them. But they didn't. They didn't even try anything. If they were the killers, why wouldn't they?
Her voice was calm, but Junpei only had to look her in the eye to know it was a forced calm. There were tears forming at the corners of her eyes, and she was blinking furiously to keep them back. Perhaps by attempting an objective analysis of who might have killed her brother, she had been able to distance herself from the harsh reality of his death. The more she struggled to act unconcerned, the more Junpei felt his heart tighten. Okay. Yeah, well, that does make sense. It seems pretty unlikely that it was as many as 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
Then that means there's a good chance that it was Santa and Seven.
That's how it looks.
But why would they do it? There was a moment of silence.
I think I know.
What is it?
He laid his hand gently on her shoulder.
He was close, so close to the answer. When Ace chose the worst possible moment to return. He raised a knowing eyebrow and then spoke. Have I interrupted something? What do you want? There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me? For a moment? He turned on his heel and walked back towards the wheelhouse. Junpei looked over at Clover. He gave her a short nod, hoped that she would be willing to talk to him again later, and followed Ace. What did you want to talk about? Ace looked at Junpei and smiled. Perhaps more of a smirk than a smile. There was something I wanted to check. Yeah? What's that? If you'll excuse me. With no warning, Ace slipped his hand into the pocket of Junpei's vest. Hey! What the hell are you doing? He reached for Ace's arm, but it was already too late. In the older man's hand were the pieces of paper Junpei had balled up and hidden in his pocket. Just as I thought. You switched them, didn't you? When we voted. Ah, well, I can't say that I care. I managed to get through the number door I wanted, despite your mischief. Why did you... Oh, simply curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it. Ace smiled, gave Junpei a friendly pat on the shoulder, and then turned on his heel and left. It was a small defeat, but it was a defeat. Junpei had lost the upper hand, and he knew it. He could feel his stomach begin to tense. You're a dick. Anyway. Looks like this is some sort of lock. It's got a weird shape indentation on it. Huh? This shape? Maybe? It does look like the pocket watch would fit here. Nothing. I imagine the pocket watch is intended to go in there. However, we may need to do something with the watch first. Makes sense. Compass. It appears to be broken, however. You see, the glass cover has been smashed to pieces. The helm. Well, steering wheel might be a more appropriate term. There's another room on the other side of the window. Yes, I suppose you could call it a helm. Steering wheel might be more accurate, however. A compass. And what destiny does it point us to? I really hope you don't think that sounded cool. An engine order telegraph. They used this on old ships to adjust the speed of the ship. Like the gear shift in a car? Well, it's a little different. This device doesn't connect directly to the engine. In short, it's a transmitter. The navigation officer used it to set the speed of the ship, and it sends a signal to the engine. There's a handle on top of it which can be moved back and forth to... Hold on! Huh? There's no handle. You're right. There isn't. It looks as though it was deliberately removed. I don't have much of a varying voice between the two. Ah, human hammer. They're often used to subdue large men like Seven. What? That was a joke, of course. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Ace, you really kind of suck at making jokes. That was rather cruel. This isn't good. So many drawers with nothing inside of them. A desk. Anything in the drawers? Nope. What is this? Some kind of display? It looks a little like an electronic scoreboard. I imagine it was added recently. Alright. Fuck, I don't know what the hell to do right now. There's a metal plate bolted over the window. There's a compass behind the helm. Steering wheel. Let's see if it... Whoa! Looks like the steering wheel moves. So it would seem. I noticed something else as well. What's that? Well, when you move this wheel, the compass also moves. What do you mean? The ship. It's moving. Ha! Tricked you, didn't I? The wheel and the compass must be connected to one another somehow. Do you think that's important? Well, let's try turning it again. Hold on. Let me just open up a notepad really quick. Nautical table. Okay, so south, west, southwest, northwest, northwest. Look, I'll just put that right there. East, north. Alright, we got that. So, back. Steering wheel, steering wheel. If we move it, then the direction changes. I swear I saw something that had directions on it. Maybe if I entered directions in that order. Gotta go south. West. Southwest. Northwest. East. And then north. What the? The handle came off. Stooping so low, are you, Zero? The handle that came off the steering wheel. A handle. Well, I know where we can use that. Right here. So, I sure hope this handle fits. Yes, it fits. Excellent. That should allow us to operate the engine order telegraph. Let's give it a shot. I think it was full, half, slow, full, half, dead, stop. There we go. Huh? That's weird. I thought I put it in the right speed. Did I mess up? No, I don't think so. Look, something's happened on the back wall of the wheelhouse. Yeah, you're right. Let's check it out. There's something on the wall that looks kind of like an arrival board. There are a whole bunch of words on the left side of the display. What the hell is this? They're names of ports across the world. I imagine it's showing us the ship's route. You know, just like the ones you might see at an airport. Departing XX carrier XX flight XX at XX clock. Like that. Oh, I get it. It does look like those are the names of all the ports along the ship's route. It looks like the only one of those that has a time on it, though. The time on the last line, right? 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Perhaps that's the arrival time. Oh. Not file. A mechanical pocket watch with a spring. It doesn't appear to be working. The hands have stopped at 5 minutes 39 seconds past 10 o'clock. Turning the knob does nothing. Yeah, it's probably broken. It looks as though you could move the hands, however. A broken pocket watch. I can only move the hands manually. The knob doesn't work. Arg. I know what I have to do, and I'm sure you guys do too. It's just, I don't know how to do it. Doesn't look like it'll be very useful. Compass. Looks like it's connected to the helm. It's just like the one with on the left. It's broken, though. Can't really use something that's broken. An engine order telegraph. I don't really think I need to be messing with that right now. I know that I'm supposed to put the pocket watch in this hole, but... Alright. I know what to do with the pocket watch too, it's just I don't remember how to do that. Junpei, are you trying to open that door? Forget it. It's pointless. I tried it earlier. It won't open. The dad is bolted to the wall here. How the fuck do we do this? This thing won't budge. Feels like there's something keeping it in place. What would be the point of moving it? The ship is stopped. What would be the use of steering it? Yeah, I know. Still. This room is just like the other one. Metal plates bolted over the windows. Heck, not just bolted, it looks like they've been welded on. No way in hell are we gonna get those off anytime soon. Damn it. It's a wooden board with circular hole in it. Alright, let's actually click on a steering wheel that's missing one of its handles. Don't need to mess with that thing anymore. Oh my god. What the fuck do I do? I don't know why I keep going to that when I'm meaning to go there. A broken pocket watch, I can only move the hands manually. The knob doesn't work. Arg. It looks like this is the only exit. I know that I'm supposed to put the pocket watch in this hole, but how can what? There's another room on the other side of the window. Jesus Christ, what am I missing? I feel like this is going to be one of those things where I'm going to look back and be like, why was it so obvious and I didn't get it? It's a wooden box. Maybe a case for letters? Hey Clover, you ever write letters? Nothing. Alright, I've got the nautical chart that matches up these pins. I don't think I need to spend any more time with this map. The center drawer. Nothing in here anymore. A chair. Clover isn't very talkative. She looks kind of out of it. Is she thinking about Snake? The right drawer. Let's have a look. Nothing. The left drawer. Let's have a look. Nothing. Once again. There's nothing left in the drawer. No shit. Broken compass doesn't look like it'll be very useful. There's nothing in the desk. On the desk, there's nothing in the drawers. It looks like there's a door right there when it turns. A digital scoreboard, something like that. On the left side, it's got the names of the ports that the ship will stop at along its route. The last line says 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. That must be the estimated time of arrival at the final port. Oh, perhaps? Whoa, what's he doing? Excuse me, Junpei. Hey, he just took my pocket watch. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Just trust me. It should be fine now. Well, thanks for giving me the pocket watch back, but you don't need to look so smug about it. Let's see what he... Oh, he moved the hands. 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Oh, so you changed it to match the final arrival time. Ace nodded slowly. You know what to do next, right? Give it a shot. A pocket watch. The hands show 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. It's set to the same time as the estimated arrival time of the final destination. What are you doing? There's only one thing for you to do, you know. Now give it a try. God damn it. Looks like this is some sort of lock. It's got a weird shape indentation on it. Actually, it's shaped just like the pocket watch I got. Let's try putting this in there. Yes! It says open now. Good work. It seems you were successful. Well done, Junpei. Hey! Hey! Clover! What? Look, we unlocked the door. Now we can get out of this room. Oh. Well, let's go then. Clover.
You found it.
The space they found themselves in outside the wheelhouse was far too narrow to be called a hallway. On their left was a wooden door. Junpei pushed it open and stepped into the room beyond. Seems like a good place to stop, so... Next time, A-Deck Hallway. Peace.